This podcast is brought to you by the Podtower, hosted by the Watchtower database. Visit youtube.com/thepodtower for informative, hilarious DC animation-themed podcasts and live streams every week. And check out the Watchtower database for DCAU video essays, timelines, fan theories, and more. And please, enjoy the show. To show me again.
No.
What? What does the audience think that is? What does the listener think?
It's you and I having a good time
at
a
no.
Motel 6
no.
or like a Motel 4.5.
Oh no.
Do you know the Soundman trick where you can
no.
where you convince a
God, they already it's his headphones.
I might have to switch back.
Is it Nausicaa? No. Or no, is it Princess Mononoke? Those little white forest creatures that go like with their heads, they like tilt and then like little bobbleheads.
Dude, you're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah, well, that's what Brian just tried to do to test the sound of the headphones. We're
it
keeping
sounds
all
so
of this
good.
In.
They feel more comfortable, but
Is that better?
Oh,
yeah, it feels worse
it's quieter,
on your head.
but it feels like my head wants to die.
I'm sorry. You should.
Okay.
We should get better pads or something for those. I don't know.
It isn't these ones. These are apparently more sensitive.
Welcome, everyone.
Hey, everyone.
It's a podcast.
Whoa, my phone isn't silenced. What about yours?
I don't know. Probably not. We're in the same room.
Shit. Wait a minute.
We can touch.
Please be.
I said we can touch.
Oh.
My butt.
This desk is about a foot wider than my last one, so there's a little bit more of a safety range where you're not going to be able to slap me in the face.
Brian has to like fully stand up and put his entire body over the table in order to press one of these buttons.
No,
idiot.
I'm gonna go sit over there.
Sit on the side where you can reach.
Listener, we're in the same room again.
We are. He's adjusting his.
I gotta get it
do that
just right
the whole time. Is that slightly easier for you? Oh no, you can reach things. I don't like that.
Good.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. We've been the Yoppie Dudes. What was it? Oh, was it some folks about with the flag? That was what was stuck in my herd. That's what was stuck in my herd earlier. This is episode 127, the jump on the Bat-Wagon.
You know what episode 127 is?
What?
The episode where we got to talk about your friend that you saw in much smaller Bus, Oregon.
Ian Rittenberg.
Ian.
You say his name.
Ian Rittenberg.
Yes. Oh my God. What the fuck? Oh, I don't think that records either. It puts a little sensor beep. We can hear it. I don't think that the listener can hear it though. When you go like, oh, what the but it doesn't actually record the beep. So they just heard nothing. It just ducks us out for some reason.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's got to be a setting where you can include the swearing beep.
Yeah, because now I had to edit like 3 of those in. I'm really mad at myself in the future. Don't do it again.
Ian
No.
Ritten. You got me.
I'm James from the Watchtower Database YouTube channel and
I'm
Rittenberg's
Ian.
High School. And I'm here to show my good buddy Brian.
And I'm Brian. I got you.
The entire DC animated universe from start to finish for the very first time. Like Apocalypse Now Part 2 that he loved so much.
Oh, God.
In the controversial Airdate order. So he may view these shows the way human beings experienced them in the far gone days of the 1900s. Mm-hmm. Here on NPR.
NPR.
WDB.
Can you give me because I don't want to, I need to just pull me down, that one. Yeah, that's the one. I can still yell from over here though, so that's
I know. Yeah, let's do the rest of the episode like that.
Okay. One microphone. All room echo.
Yeah, okay. So at the time of this recording.
Oh shit, hold on. 11:05 a.m.
I'm not doing that. That's a horrible experience. 11:05 a.m. That's so early.
Yeah, it's the early. We generally do early ones when we're together.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're like 8:36 a.m.
Sometimes we do the entire Mask of the Phantasm episode after we've gone karaokeing the night before, and my voice is completely like this the entire time. I get an accent as well. The new Batman Adventures is streaming on Max.
My dog.
He's not in this room.
He's not.
And available on DVD and Blu-ray. Hello. Under
DVD
the
and Blu-rays under the table.
Just drinking too much last night. if you'd like to follow along, you can head over to bit.ly/watchdcau. Links in the show notes. Today we're watching New Batman Adventures episode Joker's Millions, which you correctly predicted is a Brewster's Millions thing.
Yeah. Because I'm good.
Yeah, you are good.
I think I'm actually, this is egotistical, but like I think I am getting slightly better because I'm starting to understand their like naming convention.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool.
Moon of the Wolf. It's going to be about an of. I think. It's
about the middle word in the title.
Yeah. Just like Joker's Millions, that middle word. This first aired Saturday, February 21st, 1998, 9:30 a.m. Kids WB. Part of the, I've been forgetting to say this for a while, but it's also part of the new Batman Superman Adventures programming block. Sometimes they're not. Usually they are. So that's probably why I've been forgetting. This was 1 week after last episode, Apocalypse.
It's Man.
Now, part 2. That was weird. This aired number 7, produced number 7. Do we drink? Last sip of coffee that I have. Oh, God.
Oh, wait.
Whoa, wow. That was a good one. So delicious. Writer Paul Dini. Director Dan Rio. I have no commentary on that. Oh, interesting. I started this one in particular. I just wrote writer Paul Dini, director Dan Reba, music Lolita Ritmanis.
My man.
Guy.
My guy?
Guy, I think. Animation is Coco Dong Yang.
My guys.
Yeah. And I didn't write down like, oh, previously did this thing. Because at this point, all 4 of those names are like, yep, I got it. I get it. Mm-hmm. If it's a new one, I'll tell you like stuff they've done or whatever, or one that's rare. But I think I'm going to stop saying like, also directed this giant list of shit. It's like, it just takes up too much time.
Agreed.
Unlike this thing I'm saying now. Buy us a coffee, okay?
Okay. Like
That's
the one
the
you
thing
just
I
drank.
say. Yeah.
James's coffee cup is
it's all
empty,
gone.
friends.
Fill
we
it
need
up.
more coffee.
Fill it up, fill it.
If somebody, okay, here's a challenge. So first off, we need to thank Justin.
Oh, yes. Thank you,
being
Justin.
our hero. We're going to do that push-up block in this. I don't know if it's this recording or
in this space. I think it'll be 1 or 2 episodes from now, but it'll be in this chunk that we're doing.
Yeah. I am not a coffee drinker, but if someone donates $200, I will drink a cup of coffee and then we'll just all see how that plays out.
If you donate $200, Brian will finally drink coffee.
It'll fuck me up, but it might be funny for you. I don't know.
Today's Yoppie Bevs come to us from Lobo Boy Fanboy 420.
Oh, hell yeah.
Who bought a Yoppie Bev.
Okay.
First, I'll say the thing that I was supposed to say already. Head over to the link in the description to send us a Yoppie Bev. Support the show. We'll give you a shout out in an upcoming episode. We'll also do a push up for every $1 if you didn't figure that out already. So send us coffee for our health and your entertainment. Lobo Boy Fanboy 420 says, hello, Max and DVD and Blu-ray. Who's under the desk, under the table. So we do 5?
Yeah.
Okay. In the same room.
Oh my God. It's going to be a little hard because this desk is huge.
And we're tall boys. Oh, God, this way harder one.
2, 3, 4, 5. So
much harder. Oh, 5.
Now do 100 like that.
No.
Jamie, before, are you about ready? Because we are about 6 months late on this.
We got Christmas cards from Keen Machine, and we're finally in the same place.
Postmarked the 6th of December, 2023. Keen, I want to take a moment to apologize.
We're almost 7 months too late.
It's still June, man. It's still June. I'm sorry. We are just not always
Keen
the
Machine's
best.
full address is as follows.
P.O. Box. Where's the beep?
Oh, the P.O. Box. Yeah, that won't record. God damn it.
Okay, we're opening. Here we go.
We'll read them at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. There's like a wax seal.
Yeah, Keen goes all out.
Does it?
My God, look at how pretty that is.
I don't want to break it. I'm gonna.
Wait, what's yours? Is yours a S on the front?
Yeah, it's a JS combo thing, I think.
What?
And it's also kind of in almost like a treble clef.
Oh yeah, that's
kind of
sick.
cool.
If I turn mine upside down,
It's a W.
It's like a W that's got a whole lot of whipped cream on it.
Yeah. How do I open this nicely? Keen, help me. Why aren't you here to tell me what to do?
These are premium envelopes here. Envelopes?
There we go.
What do you say?
I say envelopes.
Okay.
I think. now that you're asking me, I don't know. Oh my God.
Yep.
Should we read? We don't have to read these on the podcast. We'll read these in real life.
How long does it take you? Serious question. How long does it take you to write out your Christmas cards? Because I know that we are not the only ones, and with this exquisite of handwriting, this must have taken at least 5 to 10 minutes a card.
I really like this ending, at least. I'm sure I like the whole thing. I will read it momentarily, but I like that it says 100 episodes. I look forward to the next 100. We're already 27 through by the time that
27 weeks later.
Yeah. Ooh. We'll read these off the thing because this is a lot. But thank you, Keen. I mean, unless you want to read little snippets from yours.
This year, I wanted to send you a personal card, not just to the podcast.
Well, then we shouldn't definitely not read them because it's not for the pod listeners.
Oh my gosh.
It's not for Dylan's ears.
We're gonna kick into these.
Okay. And then we'll watch Brewster's Joker. That's the funny title that they did.
Wow.
If a man's filled with glee, that man must go free.
That was the scene outside the city courthouse today, where after weeks of litigation, the Joker's criminal record has been wiped clean by his one-time gangland rival, King Barlow. As followers of this remarkable story know, Gotham's most notorious criminal was recently willed a huge fortune in cash, jewels, and gold.
It doesn't make sense. King hated the Joker, but he left him everything. I was King's bodyguard for 10 years, and he left me zip.
Armed with his newfound wealth, the Joker put together a pricey defense team to polish his less than sterling reputation.
The Joker is not some animal to be locked away in a cage. He's a thinking, feeling human being. I subjected him to a thorough psychological examination, assessing his subconscious reflex responses to the most provocative of stimuli. And I can safely say he is a criminal, no more.
How do you respond to charges that Joker is simply bribing his way to freedom?
I won't even dignify that with a response.
Dick.
Dick. Oh, we weren't too far off.
Yeah. We know it quite well. I just, what finish you thought?
Flat.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. I just listened to part of episode 2 of Jump on the Bat-Wagon. I can't remember why. Someone had commented on it. So I was like, what time code are they referring to? And we're talking about whatever. And then I just suddenly go, and you just lose your mind with how funny that is. Because it's like, we just started doing that. And I was just like, oh, boys, like, you'll get so used to it. It'll be fine.
Just wait till you get haters for pressing those buttons.
Just wait till you get haters for saying, fuck you. So anyway, can you tell me what happened in the Joker's Millions?
Yes.
Okay, just a second.
If you're wondering, Synup, what you just watched, Synup, take a listen to the synopsis, the short summary, which is sometimes kind of long.
I was trying to burp. I'm so sorry, Cooney. It's such a beautiful little song, and then half the time we're like, wouldn't it be so funny if we said things during it?
We do that with everything.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be so funny if we were annoying? That's the podcast. Yes. And everyone laughed. So yeah, what happens in Joker's Millions?
Oh my gosh.
It might as well have had the Freakazoid theme song up top instead of Batman.
Yes. And even does Paul Dini do voice acting in Freakazoid?
I think do you remember, did we get to the fanboy episode yet? Where he's at the convention, he's like following him around. Yeah, that guy's based on visually on Paul Dini.
Okay.
I don't think he's voiced by Paul Dini, but I think this Paul Dini was Paul Dini.
Okay.
In every form.
Such a caricature though. Yeah, so it is a Freakazoid episode.
Yeah.
It was hilarious and shocking, but to synop for you.
Yes.
Synyop, I mean.
Yeah,
is what
sorry.
I meant to
That's
say.
the correct
Ghoul, my
adjective.
bad.
Start over.
Joker and Harley are broke as hell.
Mm-hmm.
They have no money. They can't even like get away in their getaway car because
don't have
it runs
gas.
out of gas.
Don't have
And they
bullets.
ran out of bullets for their bullet mobile. And
Mm-hmm.
what if we just started calling guns bullet mobiles?
What makes the sound, the gun or the bullet mobile?
Wait, no.
The bullet or the mobile? Continue. You
Okay.
understand what I'm saying.
So Harley gets caught because Joker had only money for one ejector seat in his car, and she goes to jail.
I think he did that on purpose.
Yeah, definitely.
Except if he was driving, I don't know. He knew he would be in the passenger
He wouldn't be
seat.
driving.
Yeah.
And so they're super crazy broke, and that sucks. And you feel bad for the Joker, and that's kind of weird, but you do.
Mm-hmm.
And then it turns out his shitty uncle or whoever left him.
Just some guy.
Some guy left him 250 big ones.
250 big ones.
$250 million.
That's 2 episodes in a row with jerk references.
That was almost certainly a jerk reference.
It must have been. Why choose that number?
Yeah.
$250 million. Yeah, he almost paused like that.
Joker's 250
Looks at camera. Yeah. Million. Billion. Yeah. Puts pinky to lip.
So Joker's now rich and he's spending all this money. He's getting a big purple mansion and a big iceberg lounge club thing with girls dressed in not
you just
much.
went there. That was Penguin's place.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
That's a weird episode to introduce the iceberg lounge in. To when you would, I think you would have rightfully assumed he like bought that or made it or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, I guess it would have, if it was him themed, it would have been a little bit different, but
Yeah.
So he's like just blowing all this money. And then, at the exact moment that he's in his vault trying to pay off the IRS, all this chaos happens.
Yeah. Montage of
Some
buying things.
montage of
Yeah.
buying and not being a bad guy.
I don't even
being happy about
recognize
that.
this bat signal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Joker gets like a PR firm.
Yeah. Complete with Johnny Cochran.
Is that who I was
That's
thinking
the
of?
lawyer guy. Yeah.
Who was I?
O.J. Simpson's lawyer is who that guy was.
Yeah. Who I was confusing him with I think Mike Tyson's old boxing promoter.
Oh,
What was
okay.
his name?
I don't know. I don't remember his name.
One moment, please.
Oh,
I left my phone.
You're looking around. Continue this, Synyop.
Okay. And so he gets a PR firm and he's all like doing good. And I'm just a rich guy now. Nobody should hate me. And then as he's like
Don King.
Don King.
That's why.
I knew
That's
it was
why you
a
were like King Barlow. You made the anyway.
And so the IRS is like, hey, you owe us all this money. And Joker like falls out of his chair, but then he goes into his vault to get money. And then they realize that all the money is counterfeit. And then another guy at that exact moment finds a VHS. Yeah. Oh my God. We didn't talk
the
about
DVD
the
references.
We didn't talk about the expo at the entrance where Batman.
It's a Keen effect or something. I don't know.
We'll come back to it. And so they're in the vault and
tape.
one of the cronies finds a VHS and is like, hey, I found this thing. And they watch it. And it turns out that the uncle dude who left the $250 million left.
He's not his uncle. He's just a guy. He's like gangster guy.
He's an uncle figure.
Uncle King.
Yeah.
Uncle
you.
Don King. Left Joker 250 big ones.
Well, it turns out he only left him 10 big ones.
Mm-hmm.
And he figured that Joker was going to spend more than that 10 and get himself in a world of pain. And he was going to have the last laugh, which was
the
a
name
nice
of another
little
episode.
Throwback. Yeah, I liked that.
And they said the laughing fish too. They said all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. I thought about Keen when that happened.
Mm-hmm. What a nice Christmas card. We read them off the air. They're so good.
We did read them. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a weird thing to say, I guess. But Joker finds out he's been had, and now he's got to figure out how to like live his life, and he's got to go back to a life of crime, and he tries to steal some money, and Batman says, "Nuh-uh, and then he gives him a quarter and says like, call your lawyer or whatever.
It's 1998. Lawyers cost 25 cents. There you go.
And Joker gets arrested, thrown in the paddy wagon. And lo and behold, Harley's in there with a billy club and a bad attitude.
As soon as you saw that it was like woman police officer in shadow, you're like, get him, Harley. Like you knew. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Yeah. I'll read you the official synopsis.
Why don't you do
ready
that
for
already?
It? Okay. The clown's broke, but he inherits money from a mob boss who is not his uncle. It says it right here. It's so weird.
That's a weird thing to say about somebody who's got an uncle who's a mob boss.
He's a mob boss. And he's named Don King and plans to distribute it freely throughout Gotham to gain positive influence until he finds his millions don't quite add up to his expectations.
Oh, no.
The Joker is about to find out. They're having money. No, it's cracked up to be.
Rob Schneider is a carrot.
Rob Schneider is the Joker. I'm glad that they explained that it was the first 10 million was actual money and then the rest wasn't, because I didn't remember that detail. I just thought as soon as he's like, look, wait, King Barlow's on this money and this money. And I thought like, how the fuck did you were folding paper airplanes of it? How did you not notice this before or whatever? But yeah.
So like, surely the mansion he bought was more than 10 million.
And don't call me Shirley.
I'm sorry, Jamie.
Oh, the funny button.
Just write funny on it.
I like how much that building also kind of looked like the White House a little bit, like almost on purpose.
More of a purple house, really.
Yeah. Now, I do really like how freakazoidy the episode is, and I had that thought early on.
It's almost a little too much.
It is bordering on it a little bit, but early on when the news is Jack Ryder is interviewing.
Yeah. God, why does his voice sound so familiar?
Because it's Johnny Bravo. I don't know.
But like, it doesn't sound like Johnny Bravo?
No, it doesn't. I don't know. But he, lumpy head potato man that is talking to him.
That guy's a keen effect right there. Just the fact that he can think with a brain so caved in.
But he's like close up, like, oh, are you saying Joker's bribing you to do this thing? Or what do you say to people that say that? And he's like, oh, not at all. And then drives away in a fancy car. And I thought like, oh, that was a very freakazoid thing. And then the episode just kept being freakazoid the rest of the time.
Yeah. It really did. And like completely unabashedly as well. Like,
what
it's
are you
just like
doing? You're Googling something.
Don't worry. Butts. I'm Googling
1 moment,
butts.
please.
Oh. Butts.com.
I'm just pulling up stuff. I need information.
I see the top 10. Yeah. Yeah.
But
it had an Acme logo at one point.
Oh yeah, Acme tires.
Yeah.
And it was just like
it's very Warner Brothers-y.
Do we want to talk about the hottest take of the episode where Joker is fed up with his he's looking for, I forgot to say.
Oh, fake Harley.
Yeah. Harley's in jail and someone's like, aren't you just going to like break Harley out of jail? He's like, no, why would I do that? And so he holds like a, what's the contest thing called?
Like a pageant or like tryouts or whatever.
For his not hit girl. That's what I'm trying to say.
He's trying to throw a pen into a glass. Let's see if he makes it.
I was trying to place.
No,
I'm trying to think of the hench girl. Oh,
it was perfect. Oh, I was going to fool the listener. Anyway.
He's holding like a hench girl kind of
auditions,
pageant, which is where we saw Paul Dini as a hench girl.
Yes. God, I like how 90s, well, I don't actually like, but how 90s it was where it'd be like too fat, too small, too old. Like he's just like immediately judging everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the Joker. He's supposed to be a piece of shit or whatever, but and then just studies Paul Dini for a long time. No.
Props to them.
Yeah.
For not doing a like, you're a boy and you don't belong in girl clothes. They just like made it about like, well, he's obviously just the wrong character through and through, whatever, and not make it about that. So that was accidental, I'm sure, but like probably fairly. And
then he just chooses Harley Quinn with bigger boobs.
Slightly wilder eyes, but the exact same actress. I am willing to bet. No!
We'll get there.
What the fuck?
It's not. You thought it was the same? You said it was Arlene Sorkin?
Arlene, yeah.
No.
What?
But you may know the person, so we'll get to that eventually.
Is it Mike Judge?
It's Don King.
I knew it.
And Don King as Harley Quinn, as fake Harley. The tech thing, the tech.
Is that you or me?
It's you. You're making clonks. The tech expo up top with the
Texpo.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Giant DVD statue thing.
So this is 1998, and DVDs are like the cool new thing.
It had a cool title card thing.
It had a title card.
Basically.
Oh my god! It was like an
It was
old
part of the show.
fucking
Was
was it white or was it green? Like was
What?
it full color or was it the green monochromatic? I can't remember.
I think it was like white text, but it had like the
green
blinking
flashing cursor.
Yeah.
I was and it spelled out Joker's Millions, and then like someone ran by and the screen changed to Paul Dini, and someone
Dan
else ran
Reba,
by and the screen changed to Dan Reba. That entrance scene was actually badass as hell. And they're just all this late 90s new tech stuff.
Giant like Mac like original Mac computer that it's on, and then giant DVD. And we were like, oh, when is this set or whatever?
We were watching this with Alora and Michael. Michael, some people, other humans
other
exist,
people
listeners,
with different names than
that.
us.
They look exactly the same though, which is kind of strange.
We're the only people that exist
visually
besides Dylan Pollock.
Other names and people exist, but everybody looks like that'd be a weird world.
Anyone we've met in person looks like us, and anyone who listens to the podcast is Dylan Pollock. That's how our personal matrices work. Matrices?
How does like OnlyFans work then?
I don't know. What else happens this episode? Nightwing was there, but he was just it's a strange like. Is he on the team ? Like, because he in the other episode he's like I'm. That's what he did. He's like, I'm my own guy. Leave me alone. I'm. And then in this one, he's just like going to the Iceberg Lounge with Batgirl, and they're like as if they're like partners or whatever, like dating or something.
I think they're partnered in some way, shape, or form.
At the penises. Brian's giving me big eyes, just like Joker when his eyeball fell out, and I was like, that's not what your eye looks like. It's like, my eye, and it's white, and I'm like, nope. Unless maybe his eyes are just the white dots in the middle, and he's just got like really cavernous eye sockets.
What? Oh. I thought you were gonna say they're like mostly like black in the front and then white in the back, but like inverted.
Yeah, well, exactly. You were rightfully, and like the episode succeeded at confusing you with like normalized Joker, and then he wipes his makeup off, and everyone in the room was just like, what the hell is going on?
yeah, that totally threw me for a loop. I also wish that they like, I mean, it's not like the biggest plot point for Batman to find that there's a Joker in disguise. And I was like looking at his eyes at that point and even his face, and I was just like, oh man, they really like the animators really messed up here.
Yeah. He starts sweating because he knows I don't look correct.
But he like at a moment there's this fake Joker stand-in wipes the sweat off his forehead. Not everybody watched it.
Yeah, that's true.
And then there's just flesh tone, and I'm like, but the acid, like what happened?
Laura was
it's
like,
all
I thought I understood Joker's origin. I thought he fell in the thing, and well, and it's kind of cool because it reminds me of the Jack Nicholson scene where he's in like normal person makeup on top of the Joker face, and then he wipes away or whatever. But Batman gave that guy a swirly.
It was such a freakazoid episode. Yeah. Oh my God. It was literally just like, oh no, Batman. Oh, was that Penguin's like, I'm not going to let him hurt one of my men or whatever. And then you hear like, no, Batman.
The toilet flush sound effect.
Yeah, it's just like so fucking over the top, man.
You did not you were confused by penguins. The boulder is confused by penguins.
Conflicted.
Yeah, it is conflicted. I had been multiple episodes, I said confused. And then who sent us that GIF? Oh, no, it was Coral in the Discord. This means nothing to the listener, but we got a new patron named Creamy Piss. Hello, if you're listening to this. Hello. Thank you for supporting us. And then I sent a screenshot of that and I went like, hell yeah. And then Coral sent a gift. The boulder is conflicted. Because it was just like, do we put this name in the video? But we didn't have to. They changed it. But anyway.
I really wish you'd put it in like honorable mention, Creamy Piss.
Also, it's in there twice. But you were conflicted about Penguin's redesign. What you want to go?
Of
into
course,
that
I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted about all the. I'm conflicted about
Bruce
the
Wayne.
Fucking hyena redesigns, man. I don't want to go into it. It's just they look wrong, and that's what it is.
Yeah, the Penguin one is like what he was supposed to look like in BTAS, and then they're like, no, Danny DeVito, just much like Catwoman.
Yeah.
So they're just like, yeah, well, let's just go back to the one we wanted to do. So I at least like it for that.
He's more realistic.
He just looks like a person now. He doesn't look like a weird, like mutant creature. Yeah.
I found it weird that he didn't like cluck like a chicken.
Yeah.
It's like standing in line.
The commissioner's daughter. Oh, there he is. That's his penguin call. He said, come on over. I speak penguin. Let me tell you the cast of this episode.
Jamie, will you tell me the cast, please?
Okay.
I need to know this fake Arlene Sorkin bullshit.
We have Kevin Conroy as Batman. Oh, sorry. I'll start at the top, though. I have to go through everyone.
You can just start with the one I want to know.
No, I'm not going to skip. I can't do that. Kevin Conroy as Batman / Bruce Wayne. He was Bruce Wayne in this. I liked when he came up to fake Joker and he was like, the last time we saw each other, you tried to throw me off a building. I did? Oh, well, that was so long ago. Like starting to sweat. It was last month. And then you said like, Jamie, timeline. And I'm like, yeah, that's most likely referencing World's Finest, where he like shoots at his feet and he dances to the edge of the building and falls off. You remember this?
Yeah. But also I would like to say that the scenario that actually happened there was that I was like, Jamie, timeline. And you looked over and just gave me the like slight smile. Like, who the fuck do you think I am?
Like, I'm aware. I know. Yeah.
You know, I'm the video guy, right?
I do the videos. Tara Cherendoff as Batgirl / Barbara Gordon, who was Barbara Gordon. He's good so far.
And Batgirl.
Lauren Lester as Nightwing / Dick Grayson.
We got to see both of them.
Yeah.
Dick with a ponytail mullet.
Yeah.
I know that mullets are coming back in style. I'm sorry for everybody I'm going to insult here.
It's 1998,
but like,
Brian.
They weren't cool in 1998. 1994, maybe.
Well, I at least appreciate that when he went out to the fancy dinner, he put it in a ponytail. So it didn't just flow around. Cut the mullet, man.
That would have like 91, 92 mullet in a ponytail. Sure.
Do you think he would look better as in his Nightwing costume if the mullet was still in a ponytail?
I think what I would like to see is, Nightwing costume, ponytail mullet.
Yeah.
And then it gets caught on something as he jumps off a building and the mullet part gets ripped off and he just has
You're jumping ahead to a lot. That's spoilers for way down the line.
Hell yeah! Rip it off.
Rip the mullet.
Rip it off. Rip the mullet. And also rip the mullet.
Rip
for those who are a fan of mullets.
I do think it's funny how obvious of a giveaway that would be to like, oh, I wonder who's Nightwing. Is it like a one guy with a mullet that came in here earlier and is now nowhere to be found?
I would also like to take a moment to not insult listeners with mullets.
With mullets.
Or who just like them or whatever. Yeah. Modern mullets are slightly less effective. Well, they're like shaggier mullets. And the 90s mullet was all about like
fully buzz cut
really
trim.
like buzz cut on the top, like short hair like yours on the side, and then the long in the, and that was gross.
And now it's just more long hair.
It's shaggy mullet, and so it's I don't know.
Shaggy mullet as the Penguin. Paul Williams as Penguin. Arlene Sorkin as Harley Quinn. Mark Hamill as Joker. Diane Pershing as Poison Ivy. She made a little cameo.
She was there.
Jeff Glenn Bennett as Jack Ryder. Alan Rich as King Barlow. It's funny that his last name is Rich. This is his only DCAU acting credit. He played a character named Ben Heller in the 1994 movie Disclosure was his big thing, and I've never seen that.
Don't know it.
Also, a few other cool things. He was Luther Mason in the Incredible Hulk 70s live action show. Commissioner in Rocky IV. Dr. Benfonte in Jack, the Robin Williams movie that I brought up recently that has Bill Cosby in it, and I've been wanting to watch it, but the boulder is conflicted. He's a character named Naaman in Highlander 2, The Quickening. I don't think I knew that subtitle.
The Quickening?
Yeah. Then he's had bit parts in Two Broke Girls, House, Curb Your Enthusiasm, CSI, The Nanny, Golden Girls, The New Scooby-Doo Mysteries, Magnum P.I., and Little House on the Prairie.
So I'm going to ADD jump in here real quick.
Do.
People don't say ADD anymore.
Who the hell is rap tap tapping at my chamber door? It's Max and DVD and Blu-ray. Welcome.
This show's dedicated to you guys. You got money?
We can't do it without you. At the time of this recording, dogs entered the room.
Where were we?
You said ADD was not something people say because you've already ADD'd away from what you were going to say before.
Yeah, ADD, ADHD.
Yeah. Attention deficit disorder and
hyperactive.
Yeah.
And then there's it's actually the same thing. And so I just need to get into ADHD. It's just quicker to say add. But what was I ADDing about
anymore? The H one is the only one now?
As far as I'm aware.
Wow.
Yeah.
Continue.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
Okay.
What were we talking about?
I listed people's acting credits and you said something that you thought of. Bill Cosby, Highlander 2, Two Broke Girls, House, Curb Your Enthusiasm, CSI, The Nanny, Golden Girls, The New Scooby-Doo Mysteries, Magnum P.I. That's what? Tell me.
Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
I saw a meme the other day that had the full cast of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Which is Shaggy, Scooby, Thelma?
No.
Selma?
Man. Velma.
Velma. Jesus
You've
Christ.
had this happen before.
Yeah, I'm sure I have.
Louise.
Fred. Frank.
Freddie.
Frilly. Frillman. And
Frodo.
What's Daphne. Yeah. I had the full cast.
God damn this guy. What?
Yeah, you can just cut all that out of me trying to name everybody.
Yeah, I'm just going to mute Brian.
Thank you. Thank you. I had the full cast and it said, every time I see this, I can't help but think that someone's missing.
Oh.
And I was sitting there looking at the cast and being going
Scrappy.
through my head. Yeah, no, thank God, no.
He's fine.
Some of the best parts of Harvey Birdman Attorney at Law is where they kill Scrappy Doo. They kill him 3 or 4 times. It's just always so good. But I was sitting there looking at that picture of the full cast, and it does feel like somebody's missing. And I'm like, who's? There's no one. I'm going through my head, looking back at it.
They planted the suggestion, the meme. Yeah.
It hit hard. Anyway, you can cut all that out. I'm sorry.
No, I won't. Sam McMurray as Ernie, the fake Joker guy. He was previously Pierce Chapman in Birds of a Feather. They're like, oh, I'm a rich guy. Oh.
Chap Pierceman?
Yes.
Feather the Birds?
Do you remember that character? Though?
Yes.
I'm Veronica Vreeland's friend.
Yeah.
You should fuck the penguin. Oh. Maggie Wheeler as fake Harley.
Wait, we've had Maggie Wheeler.
No. This is one of 2 DCAU acting credits. The second we won't get to for a long time. She's best known as Janice on Friends. Chandler's girlfriend. Yeah, Chandler.
Friends was the least exciting show to me growing up.
It's not. It's not amazing. But
I've tried to watch some, and it's no.
This is pop culture famous character, but I guess you don't know.
Yeah.
So that's the end of that.
Is that the only thing she's in?
I mean, that's her main thing. She was.
Why do I know Maggie Wheeler?
I don't know.
One moment, please.
Sorry, Jamie.
She's also visual. The fake Harley is visually her also. This is what she looks like.
No.
Okay. Anyway, that was anticlimactic. John Gary is the last credit as Joker's lawyer. Previously Haynes, LexCorp scientist in A Little Piece of Home, and Guard in Apocalypse Now Part 1. He was Johnny Cochran, essentially. Okay, Trivs?
Yes.
Yes. The episode is directly based on the comic story Joker's Millions, first published in Detective Comics 180, February 1952. The sole differences were that Joker finds out the deception through a traditional paper instead of a video recording, and Harley Quinn is not in the story, obviously, because she was not invented. There are also some similarities with the 1985 film Brewster's Millions, including the mocking videotape message delivered to the main character, Richard Pryor, by an elderly benefactor. Brewster's Millions was first published as a novel in 1902 and adapted to film in 1914 and 1921, though the 1985 version remains the most well-known. Thus, it may have partially inspired the original comic story. So
How many millions were in the 1902?
I don't know.
Because that's like a
It's probably
big
like 2
disparity.
million. Oh my God, or something. Yeah. 5 million, 5 big ones. Joker's poverty, a result of Batman's success in shutting down his operations, was first referenced in the STS episode World's Finest when he comes to Metropolis and offers to kill Superman for Lex Luthor in exchange for $1 billion. Thanks in large part to Batman's interference, Joker didn't get the job done. Joker's money problems appear to remain unresolved, and how he survived the Lex-Wing explosion is left unexplained. He's a Joker.
He landed in the water.
Yeah, exactly. I think we said that. Yeah. This episode reveals the name of Joker and Harley's pet hyenas, Bud and Lou. The hyenas are named after the classic comedy duo Abbott and Costello. You said you didn't like that. Why don't you like the hyena? They're barely redesigned from the other show.
It's the eyes.
I think they
It's
had
always the
weird.
eyes.
They had weird Batman eyes in BTAS also.
They had irises.
I don't think so. Let me confirm this.
Didn't they?
Bud and Lou DCAU. No, I don't think so.
Shit.
Yeah, this is them in, I think, like Harley's Holiday or whatever. Harley Quinn.
Oh, wow. I
Yeah.
totally remember them with irises.
Well, you're wrong.
Looking at
Goo
something.
Goo Dolls. This is Penguin's first appearance in New Batman Adventures. His appearance is remade to be more the normal classic version of the character, the artist's original intention. We said this. The male candidate for replacement Harley is based on writer Paul Dini, although his voice more closely resembles the Freakazoid character Fanboy, which, okay, sure. I think it is Paul Dini's voice. The scene where Joker uses lawyers to buy his freedom is a satire of the O.J. Simpson murder case. One of the Joker's lawyers resembles Johnny Cochran, one of Simpson's defense attorneys. The lawyer's statement, if a man's filled with glee, that man must go free. If the glove does not fit, you must acquit. We understand this because we're old. The reason Joker's terrified of the IRS is because in U.S. law, you cannot plead insanity on tax crimes. Not only that, this would prove Joker was actually sane before and he would be given the death penalty for his previous crimes. In the Joker's Millions comic, being declared insane is the only thing that saves Joker from the death penalty, which his crimes have merited many times over. However, in U.S. tax law, inheritances are not taxable to the recipient. What is taxable is the distribution to the estate, so the IRS should have been talking to the executor, not Joker.
Sounds right. Yeah.
My retaliation to that would be the executor is a Pokemon and does not exist.
Oh my God, you got him, dude.
Thank
you can get away with tax fraud now.
I sure can. And our final triv, when the Joker blows up the TV set, the resulting explosion is reused footage from the STS episode World's Finest Part 3, where one Wayne Lex T7 blows up another droid.
Wow.
Thank you. Keen effects. The TV explosion.
The TV explosion. I really enjoyed the money the Joker was stealing from the barge, his not so taco barge.
Oh, yeah. How it was fluttering away.
Well, there was some depth to it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I feel like maybe I'm projecting this a little bit, but I feel like some of the money was going behind as well as in front.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, that was pretty cool.
I also liked his angry face when he's watching King Barlow on the tape. And he's just like really bottom lit, like at the TV. And it just gets more and more like demonic looking as angrier he gets or whatever.
Yeah, I think like legitimately angry Joker is a super cool character.
Yeah. The IRS? No, thank you.
That was such a... There's so many freakazoid moments in this episode. Holy shit.
That's a good line.
Like he's
That's
just
one of my
like, I'll
favorites.
fuck with Batman all day long, but you don't mess with the IRS.
Yeah. I also liked, there was some other very keen thing that I said I would save for keen effects, and I'm trying to remember what it was now.
I feel like a lot of the episode, while you're thinking about that, a lot of the episode, I think it was very straightforward. There wasn't any like incredible animation. It was just like all good with some bad, but I don't know. It was solid writing, solid acting.
What was it?
Love Mark Hamill.
Yeah, Mark Hamill did really good in this. Like even just the first thing he said when he's just running around, dicking around in the DVD museum, whatever the fuck that was.
The Texpo.
What was it? Tech Magazine or whatever. And you're like, what does Dan Reba have against Tech Magazine? He was like just blown up on the ground. What the fuck was it?
His rocket launcher chair thing out of the car.
Whatever. A very unkeen thing was that shot of the pan of the iceberg lounge, and penguins walking like down the ramp as other people are walking up, and it's just really stilted and weird looking. Yeah.
That's some AI James turning into an Asian man and walking out of the room. My God.
Yeah, those the thing you can do now where you put a picture, I'm sure the listeners, some of them have done this. You can put a picture in the website. It's Lumo Labs, I think. Luma Labs, yeah. And it like creates more like a moving video from that photo. It's really gross and nightmarish and bad, and I hate it, but we did it like multiple times last night. It turned a picture of Brian and I looking at each other into like a 70s Antonio Banderas action movie over
yeah. Lots of people disappearing and reappearing. And,
it was really strange. Yeah.
And me blowing James out of the scene when we're trying to kiss.
We're staring at each other. I'm making kissy lips. Brian's making like a face. But the thing just froze me, and then had Brian like ducking in and out like he's trying to peck me and missing. And then he just goes on me, and I get immediately offended and like leave the frame and become a very strong like bodybuilding action hero. It's really fucking weird. Why are we talking about this again? Oh, the people walking up the ramp.
Look, we are good at this.
I really wish I could remember the thing I was thinking of, but oh well. The blinking cursor was kind of neat.
Why does Maxwell look like he's in a room full of gas and he's trying to breathe the last bits of fresh air?
Yeah. Maybe he knows something we don't know.
Oh no.
Where's Clayface in this episode?
He's the dude pretending to be Joker.
Yeah, he's wiped off the makeup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is the hardest job I've ever had to do. And then Batman flushes him down the toilet.
Oh, no!
Ernie was Clayface the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, I hate it.
Yeah, I know. Oh.
Books or hip-hop?
Hip-hop. Let's say it at the same time. 3, 2, 1. Hip-hop.
That's the clap. Okay, top 10. I think we still have spaces on the top 10 anyway. We do. Our weekly poo.
Weekly?
Oh, I think you... do you do more than that? That's weird. Yeah, I'm going to definitely, obviously, put this there. But I'm going to put it decently high, I think.
Since I'm having internet issues, you want to put mine on there?
Yeah, where do you want it?
You go first. You go first. I want to see how wrong you are.
My reverse 6 through 1 for New Batman Adventures. I've got Cold Comfort at the bottom, then Double Talk, Sins of the Father.
6 through 1, Jamie?
Yes. What are you confused about?
I've only got 5.
6. Oh, it must not have like updated for you or something, because you also removed your entire Cold Comfort thing. Anyway, I'll read mine and then I'll read yours, I guess, because you don't have internet over there on that side of the room.
Should I just get my phone?
I got Cold Comfort, Double Talk, Sins of the Father, You Scratch, Moy Dick, Never Fear, and Holiday Nights. I think I'm going to put this at number 5. Under Sins of the Father. Yeah. Joker's Look, I had a lot of fun with it, but it wasn't like a good Batman episode to me. Like, it was just like a zany, funny, freakazoid good time. Like, I still liked it, but I didn't feel like, oh yeah, we're watching Batman. What a good Batman episode. Because we were starting it off and it just and you're like, oh man. Like, we've been watching Superman's fine, but I just really like it's the thing you expect Brian to do. And then, but as we got into it, and you were just like immediate, like it just wasn't. I don't know. It didn't feel like a Batman.
I see what you're saying. It's a very zany one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Read yours.
Okay, I got Cold Comfort 6 to 1. Cold Comfort, Double Talk, You Scratch My Back, Sins of the Father, Never Fear, and Holiday Nights.
Did I have Never Fear on mine? I must.
Yeah, number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, we're the same. Well,
Except
more or less. Yeah. We're still more or less the same. Sins of
the Father is the Tim Drake origin story.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh God, he wasn't in this episode.
He wasn't.
Where was he? What was he doing?
Math homework.
Yeah. He can't go to the Iceberg Lounge. He's like 10 years old.
You know what? You got me on this one. Like, I had fun with it.
Yeah.
But now that I'm thinking about it, like,
it's funny because we watched Apocalypse Now 1 and 2, and I was those are supposed to be these like, oh my fucking God, these episodes. And then we got done with them. And I thought like, oh, this is like before Mark even said it in the comments, I thought like, oh, this is going to be like a Whiplash with like Darkseid murder Dan Turpin and then the zaniest Joker thing. But like, I don't know. I had more fun watching this episode.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. We haven't seen people's reactions yet. By the mail time we will, but
fuck, man. I think I'm gonna copy you.
Okay.
I think I would have put it higher, but to then actually think about the episodes and like what was going on. And then
I mean, we've sort of been trying to do this the whole time as like a just gut reaction. Like, don't even think. Like, where would you put it? You know, or whatever. But
well, I mean, it requires thought.
Yeah,
I think.
You
so
think?
yeah, I'm putting it also at number 5.
Wow.
Huzzah. Because it's a good episode. This would absolutely be an episode to watch again.
Well, I mean, right now we've got a top 5 new Batman Adventures episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I realized we're in the final third of Superman the Animated Series already.
Holy shit. Are you serious?
Yeah, we have been for a couple episodes. So we're, you don't have to worry for much longer.
Fuck yeah.
Hey man, I like it.
It's not
it's
just
not bad.
It's just not my in the same way that like sometimes like if you had
like
your
the top just says I don't know now of this document. Anyway.
I think that like you just have like preferences of entertainment and like even though shows can be very similar, sometimes you just like people like I honestly right now I can't think of 2 shows that are like of a similar variety.
Yeah.
Like Lost and something else, or like Dexter and something else.
You're taking
similar.
just 2 like real good shows or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Superman's not like bad. It's just not my preference. Like I'm just not as connected to this was like cool.
You start off, you're like, Batman's cooler, the show's cooler. You just started like going on a little
like
rant.
Batman's cooler. The bad guys are more like engaging. The city is like a better atmosphere.
When I was packing up for the trip to come here, and I was like, okay, so grab the Superman Blu-rays, grab the Batman Blu-rays, and I went, oh wait, no, we're not watching any Superman this weekend. And then when I showed up and I said, it's a fully Batman weekend, you went, yes. Oh, I mean, cool. Like you like reined it in immediately. No, I like Superman. It's good.
I think it's just really what it comes down to. Like I don't mean to be so insulting of Superman. It's just like. Well, if I had a choice to sit down, like Batman is the better vibe for me.
I mean, and I'm already out of the document, but I'm pretty sure we both have World's Finest at number 1 on the Superman lists. And it was just like Superman so far has been at his best when Batman's also there. When you get like someone to bounce off of that's not like, it's more of like a straight man kind of situation of like Superman's trying to be the straight man, but he's failing at it. And Batman's there to be like, honey, let me do the thing. I've been at this for a while. Yeah.
Superman, let me cook.
There's people online that are really like upset at the DCAU that Superman wasn't the first, like, oh, Superman has to be, he's supposed to be like the hero that inspires everyone else to become a hero. So like, I really hate that the DCAU starts with Batman, and you know Batman's active for a while before Superman shows up. Blah 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 blah. And you have the out of continuity the real world explanations of like Batman movie, huge fucking deal in pop culture and history, and like they should make a cartoon. They made a cartoon off of it, obviously. And then the Superman show came later because, this and this scenario. But in universe, it's like, I don't give a shit. Why does Superman have to be the first guy? That doesn't make any sense to me. Like,
it's pretty puritanical, I think.
It's like he could be.
You have this weird, I mean, you could honestly start with Nightwing. It doesn't matter where you start. Like, why not Captain America?
Let's do a universe where
why isn't Captain America the start of the DC?
He was at Jack Turpin's funeral. Jack Turpin was completely.
You want to try that one again?
Nope. Jack Turpin. Okay, well, I think that's all the stuff we do in this podcast. It was a pretty good episode. Yeah, I really wish I could think of that thing that I thought was keen. I'll think of it like 3 podcast episodes from now.
You can just cut it in.
No. Okay, we go to the future to do the mail. We don't have to do it right now.
Hooray.
What a glorious thing.
Not that it's bad to do the mail, but just like the episodes are just so fucking
We get
snappy.
through them faster this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So here it is.
I'm ready for it. Catwoman.
What?
Catwoman.
What? Oh, the next episode?
Yeah.
Hang on, we're not there yet. Here's the sound. I should say before we get too deep into this, probably at the time of your listening to this,
6:09 p.m.
No, I don't know. It might be 6:09 p.m.
Leave a comment if it's 6:09 p.m.
Yeah, if it's 6:09 p.m., any time that you're hearing this right now, you have to leave a comment. On this YouTube video or any YouTube video, we'll find it. But there's a new Watchtower database video out finally. The sponsor that we had finally approved the ad, so we can post the video, and so you can even watch it, Brian. Except I exported a version just for you that has a spoiler alerts over the top of certain things.
Love it.
So I'll send you that, or you can wait till I'm with you again. Whatever you want to do.
When will I see you again?
Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna play this song.
Okay.
That yacht. That one small extra yacht put it over.
We drop
What we drop?
our weekly yacht
Oh yeah, those.
into the comment box. There sure was a lot.
Now Jamie's mad.
Too bad we're all
At least I am.
just Dylan Pollock.
I had texted Brian about if he could do mail recording earlier than we originally agreed, and then he said, sure, with a bunch of R's and E's. And I said, don't sound too thrilled in quotations. And then James, Virality 2032 is where the quote comes from. And then he just said, the Brian, Virality 3023. And I'm like, I don't think he even said the in the movie. I don't think like your one line, you do not say the.
That's so fucked.
Did you, or do you say two lines? I think you only see that one thing. I don't know.
You're the one with the script, man.
Oh, it's okay. Speaking of that, I don't have that document in front of me, so I'm going to see if I can say the mail thing from memory. If you'd like to reach out, like the Fire Hand at the End of World's Finest Part 3, you can send a punctuated email or a 60-second voice message to batwagonpod@gmail.com, or leave a comment on today's episode on the Podtower YouTube channel. But please don't spoil anything past this episode for Brian. And a spoiler includes your opinion of the episode that's past this episode, your feelings of any episode in the future. Even that's a spoiler. This comes from Legacy Michael Allen. Yopton's log number 65.
Oh, all right.
Yopton's log number 65. The past week has yielded great strides in my quest. As such, I must simply take note of a mere fraction of the events that I have witnessed. I spotted a new silhouette on a building visible from the coastline. Their frame was smaller than the Batman I was familiar with long flowing hair and a shorter cape. Seems our new Batman is a woman. Oh! I also netted a stuffed teddy out of the water by the name of Pookie Bear, who, if I recall correctly, had narrowly avoided death, unlike Clayface. Don't think I forgot about what you did, Bats. As stated, it was a busy week full of Hollywood references, hi puffy amiyumi, and phantasms. So for now, I will simply place my Worryman dolls under my pillow, take a look at a picture of the Crime Doctor, dated 1907, and look forward to the next season's yop.
I am now officially watching Brian's face for him to go, a nod in memory, shake head in non-memory for every single thing that you say.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes for me.
Yeah, Worryman, okay. Hi, Puffy Yumi. No idea what the fuck that is.
Can't remember that one at all. It was like Night of the Ninja or something.
I don't remember when we brought that up, but it was somewhere. This is from Dylan Pollock. Joker's Millions. How do I find a King Barlow to give me money? Good question.
Thoughts the week from Dylan Pollock on Joker's Millions, or crime doesn't pay, but it sure does cost. Does the Penguin have trained attack seals? Because they fucked that dude up in the Iceberg Lounge.
They sure did.
Also, the new Harley is asking the right hench person questions, asking about a 401k. Also, it's pretty wild that King Barlow, just for a laugh, still gives Joker $10 million. Respect. Also, obviously, it's just a thing so that we still hear Mark Hamill, but how is what is supposed to be Ernie in disguise doing such a good vocal impression of the Joker. Oh. And then does Batman give him a swirly?
Yes, he
That's
does.
some rich kid bully shit. That's messed up. Anyway, time for the question of the week. James' favorite part. You've just been bequeathed $250 million by the Odd Tower. What's the first thing you boys are buying? Well, the first smart purchase, like a house or a car or whatever. And then what's your first silly purchase, like the Batman costume? Anything like that.
The boring, obvious answer is pay off like car, house, student loans, blah, 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 blah. All that stuff.
Yeah.
Then I'd buy all the DCAU stuff I don't have yet, which is a surprisingly lot considering what you could see of my room at this present and what you can't see.
I think I'd do the same thing. Like I'd pay off the house here thing, probably buy like just one house for my family on the East Coast and be like, get your shit together. Here's a fucking house.
Yeah, 250 million. You could easily just be like, here, 5 houses, and it wouldn't even like hit you really.
Yeah, it's good that you say that because I'd buy one more house, just on an island, no internet, like no cell phone range. And
then I'd blow it up because it's funny and I'm rich.
No, I'd put you there, Jamie, with your computer and all the virality footage, and that's fucking it. No food, no water. Finish the goddamn movie.
There's no fuel for you to do this, but just do it.
You're running out of time. Yeah. This is a saw trap.
You give me like a giant buffet, and then you take away all possible food until the movie is done. Like, gorge yourself because this is all you're getting for the next several months or whatever.
However long it takes.
Good. I like that.
Me too.
This is from Mega Man. My thoughts. Thanks for letting me know that you'll consider adding that segment back for like explaining the villain's comic origins. With regards to feeling upset about Brian, which I didn't do at all on any of the ones that we watched, but I don't think we had any new villains, so it's okay. With regards to feeling upset about Brian's thoughts on the episode, I'm not. I've always personally felt like this episode was raised up and people, this is Apocalypse Now, Dose, and people's rankings solely, Apocalypse Now, Dose, because people's rankings solely because of Dan Turpin's death and the tribute to the real person that comes with it. Look at all the messages about it last week. None of the extremely positive ones mention anything else from the episode. I'm still more upset. Called out, I guess. I'll leave you with some comic trivia. The likely reason that Weather Wizard was the villain in Speed Demons was that he debuted in the same issue as Wally West, who, as we established, was the Flash in that episode. That's cool. I didn't know that. Sometimes I got to learn things too. Okay.
That's like impossible, isn't it?
Oh, I don't think so. Oh, what are you doing?
I ripped the airplane I was trying to make.
Oh, man. Brian's just blowing up houses, ripping airplanes. What's he doing over here?
It's just a 747, and I just really wanted to rip it in half.
The door flew off the Alaska Airlines. Apocalypse Now, part 2 from Zachary Diamond. Hi, James and Brian.
Hello.
Those are our names. After you covered Apocalypse Now, part 1, I had something I wanted to write in for part 2, but decided not to because I was worried it might be insensitive to Jack Kirby's memory. However, after hearing Brian's take on part 2, I'll just say it.
I give you permission.
Yeah. While I think Brian was pretty harsh, I've honestly questioned Dan Turpin's death myself in the past. I didn't watch most of STAS as a kid, so as an adult, I haven't always been sure Turpin had shown up enough to leave much of an impact. It kind of comes off as, he looks like Jack Kirby, therefore his death must make us sad. What's dogs? Dogs. Brian's making an agreement face, but
you're welcome.
Yeah. Dogs can't bark through doors.
They're lead?
Yeah. I'll have to thank Luthor. But after watching this two-parter again, while Turpin could have done some more, I think he does a decent amount. His death doesn't hit me as hard as it does a lot of people, but I can see why they might feel for him. This isn't the last show that would honor Jack Kirby like this. There's an episode of the 2003 TMNT cartoon entitled The King, which introduces a character named Kirby, but they handled his quote-unquote death in a more PG way than STAS. I'd never seen that, so I don't know. But that's kind of cool. Also, going back to Dan Turpin's debut episode, Tools of the Trade, there might have been a subtle Kirby reference right there. Turpin mentions his Aunt Patty, and I've wondered if that was a reference to the Thing from Fantastic Four, mentioning his Aunt Petunia all the time, especially given Kirby pretty much based the Thing on himself, which actually could be why the Thing was the only Fantastic Four member not seen at Turpin's funeral. Let me know what you think. Stay Yoppie, Zach Diamond. I like that a lot.
Deep.
Yeah. Things I didn't know. There used to be a things James didn't know, but I'm learning or something. Wow. LexCorp cares.
Oh, no.
Joker's Millions LexCorp moment or comment. I don't know. My eyes stopped working for a second. Hey, Jib and Boom. That's for all the sailboat fanatics out there. Can't believe Joker tried to steal our cute aesthetic this week.
Hey there, it's all of us here at LexCorp calling it. And, you know, we've had a lot of fun this week, a lot of laughs, a lot of joy, but I do want to take it to a more serious place for a moment. And remember that the IRS is out there. And please don't forget to talk to your families and, more importantly, your money about the dangers of the IRS. Don't forget to write off things. Make sure you're never paying taxes. I mean, look at Gotham. It's in great shape. What does it need those dollars for? Luckily, we here at LexCorp are nice and safe. Chomp Chomp, the LexCorp shark, our chief financial officer, is keeping us at pretty much just a net zero on income tax. Sometimes the government pays us. It's great. But I do want to just reach out to all those wonderful rich people out here to remind you, keep not paying taxes, you beautiful icons.
Thanks. I won't. Eric LeBeau, Joker's Millions, or Harley seems like the kind of person to sell her car for gas money. Sup, billionaire Brian and bajillionaire James?
Oh, why you have so much more money than me?
I don't know. I have a Jill more than you. A badge more than you? I don't know. Nothing's better than seeing the Joker get fooled, and this has to be one of his best blunders. It's not one of my favorite episodes, but it's still a good time. Part of me feels like it was a missed opportunity not to have Barbara or post-college Dick take one of the Bills back to the Batcave and have them pull Bruce aside and say, hey, have a look at this, before cutting away to foreshadow the reveal that Joker got duped. Imagine, though, if we got to the boat and he was looking through the money. It was just more fake bills, but with Batman's face on it, and that was his sole contribution to the episode. Honestly, I think Joker could have gotten away with his plan had he not sent one of his henchmen out disguised as him for no reason other than to get caught and squeal. Seriously, what was the reason for him to be out in public?
Still, that's a really good point.
Yeah. I'm going to bet that
maybe that's why I thought that was his club.
Oh, yeah, because he's like has to be there or something.
Yeah.
Still gonna bet Batman giving someone a swirly was another thing that wasn't on Brian's DCAU bingo card, but I'll bet it gave him a sensible chuckle at the least.
Something like that.
I'll always remember this episode for a meme that went viral on Twitter a while back that I'm going to link below that you should absolutely watch. I'll try to play that for you in a second. Lastly, Brian, don't feel bad about not enjoying Apocalypse Now Part 2. I told James this much on Twitter. I think the episode is good. In fact, I think it's good primarily for its ending and little else, but STAS has at least a dozen better episodes. That and saying X episode is one of the best episodes when talking about the DCAU is like saying, wow, this is one of the most refreshing drops of water out of the entire gallon. There's plenty more to come and many things that are far better. Enjoy the 4th of July. Until next week, keep calm and yeah. Let me see if I can...
This should clear up your account.
He just disappears. So thanks. Yeah, that was pretty good.
I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that.
No.
Also, I really do love the trend of cutting reactions and videos and things like too short is somehow really funny.
Yeah. Kevin Delacre, Apocalypse Not. The world didn't need a Superman, just someone who could spin their whole body really fast and use the top of their head to poke holes in the cavern for 15 minutes. The Flash could probably do it, I guess. I understand where Brian's coming from with Apocalypse Now. Watching the DCAU backwards like I did renders it kind of quaint, but it really is insufficient for the scale of the story they wanted to tell. You really can't just dip your toes into the new gods the way STAS does. They're just too weird. We needed a good space episode where Superman went to New Genesis, the good people planet, and saw the stakes of this intergalactic conflict and met the people on the front lines, and that when the war comes to Metropolis, we know who all the players are. Otherwise, having Orion and Highfather declare Earth under their protection is a huge ass pull from total strangers. How many planets does Highfather get to do this on? How many times has Darkseid gone to a planet and spent years recruiting its local crime lords through his strangely British intermediaries, only for Highfather to show up and say, no, you can't have this one either. And if Highfather can just do that, what does that say about him and that he's let Darkseid conquer 10,000 planets?
That very is good points. The very, very best argument I've heard yet. And that captures my sentiments exactly. Yeah. Like what? Why do I care about Darkseid still? Like, even after all that, like, he's, I don't know, I guess he's pretty powerful, kinda. Off screen. Yeah. Anyways, Joker's Millions is great. I hope it was a palate cleanser of sorts. It's crazy that the original comic was from 1952, but the adaptation doesn't show that kind of age at all. If anything, it's very modern, or modern for 1998 at least. Hello, Johnny Cochran. This might be Dini's best script, and gags like Fake Harley keep the whole thing zipping along. Just a few thoughts. It sure is convenient that Joker already had a triangle-chinned henchman when he needed a body double. Maybe the only... I did notice that when they're sitting in the Iceberg Lounge the first time, that Ernie's like right next to him. They have like the exact same shape of head. And I was just like, yeah, very convenient. I personally think Batman should have exposed the fake by pointing out that his eyes aren't inverted except during the wide shot. Is this the first appearance of New Penguin? You've probably already said this, but he's maybe the second best redesign after Scarecrow. Oh. Ooh. The DeVito Burton design and Paul Williams' voice just never matched. Making him a real high society big shot helps him stand out a bit more. I guess I agree the voice works better for non-Danny DeVito looking guy. Yeah. I don't have a third bullet point. Enjoy next week's episode. You'll see, Kevin D. Yeah, we've watched it already, so Brian knows. But no spoilies for the listener. No. This is also from Michael Allen. It was the fan art of us that you saw. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Bat-Wagon, where we're Bullock and Commissioner Gordon. That was very cool.
I love it.
We love it.
We love it. Go look at it.
We love it. We were excited more when we saw it the first time. Well, we're tired now.
I'm very
Leave us alone.
But what's the username there? People should go look.
Oh yeah. Oh, The Geek Legacy. All one word.
There you go.
Do it. Let's see. This is from Scarlowy1, Joker's Thousands after taxes. I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but I really like Joker's Millions. It's one of my favorite New Batman Adventures episodes. Here we go.
Hello, listener, and welcome back to Jump on the Mechanic Wagon. I'm your host, Scarlowy1. In this episode, I will tell you about Season 1, Episode 7 of the New Earl Adventures, Golden Ride. Earl picked up the phone one day. Hello, Earl. It's the Joker, baby. Hello, Joker. I saw that you got Johnny Cochran to be your lawyer. No, that's Jackie Dickren. Common mistake. Anyway, I want you to build me a new Joker style made of solid gold with diamonds for headlights. Do you want rubies for taillights? That's a great idea! No, all of this is an awful idea. Do you know how much it would weigh? I don't care. Just build it for me. I'll pay you back when it's done. Joker hangs up. Sometimes I question my life decisions. I decided I would calculate the weight of a car made of solid gold. Then I realized it would be hard and changed my mind. Anyway, see you next week. Same TV time, same boo-boo channel.
It would be a lot.
That's how I feel about any math as well, so good job. I like the idea that Joker calls Earl, hires him to do that. Earl builds the entire thing over like the next several months, never like watching the news or anything. And then he gets done, calls Joker back. I'd have no money at all.
At least he'd have a gold car to sell at the end of it.
That's true. That's a heavy car. Hex Lex, Joker's Millions, all 10 of them. Hey, Yoppie dudes, I'll start signing off as Hex instead of Lex from now on, because no one wants to be mistaken for a bald person. I mean villain. Any but. This one's for Joker's Millions. What I find weird in this episode is Joker's whole motivation. He gets this money, and the first thing you'd think is, what kind of havoc will he cause with these funds? But all he does is act like a stereotypical rich person and doesn't try to fuck with Batman at all. This feels super out of character since we saw in The Man Who Killed Batman that for Joker, it was about Batman, not the money, even going so far as to make Harley put the stolen jewelry back. I won't even bother going into how convoluted King Barlow's scheme or how this whole episode is that's not how that works for inheritance, because I'm sure you already covered that extensively. The only other thing I have to say about the episode is that I cracked up when Bruce glared at Joker on the golf course. That wasn't a Batman glaring at Joker look. That was totally a old money glaring at new money look. Thanks as always for yapping and yapping, Hex.
I feel like the different. It's a good point about it not being about the money in the past for the Joker, but also like he was specifically feeling the pressure now. So maybe back then he was like he wasn't as hard up for money, and so it wasn't. He was also that big like a deal.
Just trying to get Batman to show back up. Like he can't be dead. Let's rob this store. And then when he doesn't show up, then he's like, that's not the point. We're not actually here to do stuff. We're just here to get Batman's attention.
Yeah.
Ryan Hipp. Hey, I was King's bodyguard for 10 years. Bada bing.
After watching King Barlow's tape, the Joker said, "This is going to ruin the tour." And Batman said, "What tour?" And the Joker said, "I'm the Joker, baby." It's everybody's favorite. Fool you once, shame on you. Fool you twice, Joker's millions. And if things don't turn around quickly for the Joker, he's going to be saying bye, bye, bye to his career.
Oh, boy.
This message is going to age so well. Speaking of aging well, Johnny Cochran, which means it's official. Murder is now legal in the city of Gotham.
Oh.
That's a Norm Macdonald, O.J. Simpson reference. What else have we got? A song, Your Joker's Million Miles Away. Goo Goo Dolls covered that, and Goo Goo Dolls last week, and it's all connected. Scooby-Doo, ba-da-ba-doo, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-doo, yeah. Thank you. That's my time. Brian and Mr. G. I can't do a Fran Drescher laugh. What a great fucking end to Pride Month. Bye.
You had to cap it off, Ryan. Thanks. Yeah.
Fran Drescher's pissed.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, this is Jordan Newman, GCN Musical Minute for Joker's Millions.
You're listening to GCN Gotham City News with Jack Ryder. Tonight's top story, Joker's Millions. The so-called Clown Prince of Crime has apparently become legitimately wealthy, and his criminal record seems to have been expunged in what is definitely a completely legal and above-board way. Just goes to show you, folks, that in this brave new world, it seems just about anything is possible. Oh, I'm being handed a report here that... Oh, the Joker's been apprehended by Batman stealing a whole lot of money. Whew, thank goodness. The world can go back to normal. Never change, Gotham. Never change. Now over to the music. I really liked the, awesome montage music for when Joker gets super wealthy. I also really liked that for the first solid minute, there was no dialogue and the music was just carrying the show. Never apologize for loving your fandom and try to stay optimistic.
Is that true?
I guess all the like DVD store fighting or whatever. Yeah, I didn't really think about that. That was cool. Jordan, I was like 50-50 on whether you were going to just verbatim say exactly what Jack Ryder said in the episode, because he already did a whole report on this. So I thought it was like, oh, that'd be really funny, but this is still good. It's still good. Okay, don't worry.
Ammunition for a future submission, Jordan. Just
anytime Jack Ryder says something in an episode, just say exactly whatever he said. Even if it was like nothing. True score. Hey, Joker and Batman, see what I did there?
No.
This episode is the definition of lives in my head rent free. It's arguably just fine, but it's witty and fun and incorporates a lot of characters very well. But I wouldn't be surprised if Brian didn't like it. Anyways, I also have to be mad at you guys for ruining my birthday last week since you had a differing opinion on Apocalypse Now Part 2. So this is me doing that. How dare you? I'm oh so mad. You should be ashamed of yourself. The only opinion that's allowed in this world is mine. Oh, wait, I forgot I'm not on Twitter on my alt account right now. Damn, whoopsie. Here's what was said during the episode. Enjoy. Batman, bitch, let's do this shit. Did you? Maybe I'm delivering that wrong. Batman, bitch, let's do this shit. I don't fucking know. Oh, hey, we got a title card, kinda. God, it's nice to see Harley and Joker back with fighting the Bat family, even though Joker got a botched Kardashian plastic surgery that doesn't seem to want to fix itself. There's no way this terrorist just got off the hook. What? Yeah, you go call some dick, Babs. Wait, how rich is Bruce? Is Joker richer now? No, Bruce is a billionaire. Wait, where did the redheaded commissioner's daughter and her friend with the mullet go? They could be in danger. No need to worry. The redheaded Batgirl and mullet-headed Nightwing just jumped off the balcony to save the day. Fake Harley is like stereotypical teenage girl dressed up as Harley for Halloween. Yeah, that's very true. Why does it say stock/kill on the background? What the fuck? What the fuck is happening in this episode, bro? Why is Harley in a washing machine?
We didn't talk about that at all, did we?
I don't think we did, no. Wait, Joker looks even more cursed with normal eyes. What the fuck? I said that in our Batman villains redesign video, was like, oh yeah, the Joker's eyes suck now, but like then you see Ernie dressed as Joker and you're like, maybe I like them better actually in this art style or whatever. Goated ending, that was fun. Till next time, bitches, live, laugh, yop, Brody. Sent on my PlayStation 5 Digital Edition console slim disk drive group model with wider compatibility.
Love it. Yeah. Good.
Call me a bitch, because I am. Charlie Niemeyer. Oh, you gotta put a phonetic pronunciation. Apocalypse. Now, dear Bert and Bizarro Ernie, found the show a few months ago, but too lazy to listen to all the episodes at any speed, so I just skipped to the current episodes.
Nice.
That's one way to do it. Yeah, and welcome.
I don't know why that feels better, but it does.
Yeah. Oh, please don't listen to everything we've done. Just start now. As I was 17 when the episode first aired, I do remember this two-parter seeming. How old were you in 1998, Brian? Like legitimately.
1998.
14?
I would have like 13.
Yeah. Wow. This person's older than you. That's rare. Seeming pretty epic at the time, but as you said, has been greatly overshadowed. I also was sure that Turnip survived and was just stuck on Apocalypse. Guess I was just as fooled as the censors. Anyway, keep up the good work. Looking forward to Brian's reaction to Redacted Due to Spoilers, also Redacted Due to Spoilers, and of course, I think you get the joke by now, Charlie.
I was wondering if that was you, Jamie, but
no, it's what he wrote.
Love it.
Michelle Salerno. Joker's Millions, High Jump and Bat-Wagon. How has no one done that yet? Hope I squeezed this email in on time before you record it. You did. I missed a couple of episodes I was excited to comment on, unfortunately, because I was in Sicily for a few weeks visiting family.
Man,
I opened up
hell.
Max to watch the next episode and was met with the horrid sight of, sorry, this service is unavailable in this country.
Oh.
But I'm back now. I'm going to leave my thoughts on today's episode. Life is like a box of Coco Dong Yang. You never know what you're going to get. The animation in this episode felt weirdly slow. The fact that the Joker lives in an apartment and actually pays rent is mind-blowing. The lady at his apartment had balls to tell him he was late because he could have just killed her if he really wanted to.
I thought about that. Yeah.
He's just like, how is that not on a record somewhere that Batman could just look up at any time? Yeah. You sure
Mr.
supposed to be in jail
Kerr?
right now. Yeah, I wonder who. I just assumed he squatted in abandoned theme parks 24/7. Him and Harley were struggling for money as they work 9 to 5s every day. I love Harley in this episode. She's a petty queen who doesn't know her worth. I love her in every episode. She's the reason I fell in love with DC and watched Batman religiously. I used to watch BTAS and TNBA Harley clips on YouTube in my wee elementary school days.
Oh,
even 12-year-old
see, that's opposite of the last.
Yes, it sure is. Even 12-year-old me was like, why does Joker look so bad? When I first saw his redesign, I recognized Maggie Wheeler's voice instantly as fake Harley. It is so classic to use her voice to make her sound more annoying than real Harley. By the way, the money flying out of that bag was just bad. Why was it being projected like that into the air? Not how that works, but okay. Last thought, but Batman in this episode was spitting fire. He couldn't stand to see Joker living a normal life and couldn't do anything about it. He was so happy to catch him again that he threw him a quarter. I rate this episode an 8 out of 10 dying men hacking into oxygen masks. By the way, I forgot that there's another definition for hacking. I was like,
oh, you're thinking like computer.
He was typing he was breaking the mainframe. What's going on? By the way, while the topic is still kind of relevant, I wasn't born until around the start of Justice League Unlimited. Yup, till you drop.
Can you go ahead and fix that for us? That's a little impossible.
Be older?
You should still be an infant, I think, if that happened.
Yeah, that makes sense. Scotty Cameron, when did the Joker become Trump? Hey, Yoppie dudes. Great show as always. Oh, can you not do this, Scotty Cameron? We're going to lose listeners if you say things like this. Great show as always. The Joker's Millions is an episode I have a lot of nostalgia for because I had the TMBA box set growing up, and it was an episode I watched on repeat. I like that no one buys it, and the Joker still wreaks havoc on Gotham. He just doesn't break the law. He drives his golf cart real fast. Maybe that's not that is until he has to pay taxes. Then in true Trump fashion, he breaks the law to escape the IRS. I hope Brian likes seeing the return of the Penguin. All he needed was his I've Got Batman in My Basement theme to round it out.
Oh, that would have been better.
Yeah. As for the Apocalypse Now episode, while I like both of them, I do agree part 2 is underwhelming. It's really only saved by a strong third act. The rest is just okay. It feels like more build up to the third act, which is kind of unnecessary for a 2-parter. A good episode, but not a great episode. Stay very, very yappy, Scotty. I will, and you as well. And we have a new one here, Sean Jackson. Hello, Joe and Biden. I'm a fairly new listener. I started listening to your podcast back in February and subsequently caught up in the backlog sometime in April.
Oh my God.
I have to say that I love the dynamic between you two as well as all the inside jokes and eclectic community this show has cultivated in such a relatively short amount of time. I also recently started listening to the Justice League Revisited podcast, and while I appreciate their more reserved professional approach, that's in quotes, I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss the overall chaotic atmosphere you guys bring to your DCAU discussions. I'm sure I'll have more to say when you guys eventually get to Justice League, the show I hold most dear, but for now, I just want to thank you guys for doing what you do. It's so nice knowing others share my passion for this universe. Sincerely, Sean Jackson. P.S.
Thank you, Sean.
Whenever I hear anyone in the wild say "we," I have to physically stop myself from saying "drop." Thanks for that. Us too, man.
For every keep your politics out of my podcast, I'm going to post on every message board I can to, I don't know, make myself feel bigger. It's nice to have someone like Sean being this like, yeah, the like air quotes professional one is cool and all, but I like this. So I appreciate
the one
that
has the voice of Wonder Woman co-hosting. It's good. No, I get what he means though. Like I listen to that one every time it comes out, like the day an episode drops, and I get a lot of good stuff out of it. But then there are times where I'm just like, they're not silly enough. They're not goofing around and knocking shit over. Like, come on, there's no dogs. What's going on? Actually, there was. Susan Eisenberg has at least one, if not 2 dogs. And one time the dog tried to get into her like recording room or whatever. So I was like, oh,
there it is.
This is relatable. Yeah. This is from Tapricot, still in voiceless void, but hopefully that will change soon. In the meantime, contemplations on Joker's Millions. I really liked this episode. You can just tell everyone involved was having a fun time making it. One of the tightest and most fully entertaining and engaging episodes to me in a while. Yeah, I can agree with that. But more importantly, at the time this comment is being heard by the listener, if it is released on Friday. If it's 6:42, you must leave a comment. They're listening to this on Friday and there are no complications. It is my birthday.
Hey!
Oh! Which I only realized when writing this.
Happy birthday, Tip Tapricot.
Precot. So close. Oh, so to close out today, happy birthday also to Markiplier, the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, Wham's final concert and breakup, and the start of the Stonewall riots. Happy Pride, happy summer. Take care of yourselves and find love in your body, drink water, and yop on. It is also with great apologies that I remind everyone that 2004 was 20 years ago. Thanks, man. Imposter Banana, and happy birthday also. Imposter Banana 2039. Okay. 3 okay. That's from Unlikely Ally. When I was 11, I loved this pair of episodes, Apocalypse Now, but I went in as a comic fanatic. I knew who Darkseid and Orion were, so the whole time I was like, here we go! But yeah, it's really jumbled, not much happens, and the stakes are so low. This is an invasion of Earth from the most dangerous tyrant in the universe, and it feels like a downtown metropolis problem. An easy way to raise the stakes would have been to make this a crossover episode. Have Batman, Nightwing, Robin, and Batgirl come. Have the Flash run in. But no, even Steel, who lives in Metropolis, couldn't bother to suit up, or Dr. Fate, who may or may not live in a tower in the middle of Metropolis Park.
Oh my God.
If they didn't want to pay the actors or didn't know how to balance all the characters, they could have at least cut out the Superman drill scene to just cut to voiceless Bat team in Gotham fighting parademons, the Flash in Central City, other world militaries fighting in front of iconic monuments, even some villains fighting them. Lex, just to show how bad these guys are.
Yes.
The stakes felt, agreed.
Would have been such a better episode. Jesus.
You've already described it.
Yeah.
The stakes felt like kind of a out of control riot after Metropolis won the Super Bowl.
Or lost, maybe.
Yeah. Also, I was cracking up with the Princess Bride references. My favorite movie, my wife's as well, and I even proposed to her while wearing a fancy Princess Bride button down. Awesome.
What?
This is minor spoiler stuff. If you're reading this, when you call. Was it accidental reference or coincidence? It was an accidental reference, and I've gotten 2 messages from people saying, "Good save, James," and I won't tell Brian what the fuck I'm talking about. There you go.
Sweet.
This is from Basil Leaf. I may have forgotten you guys had to do push-ups for each dollar. They sent us a lot last time. Fiacre Horgan. Rest in piss, Steppenwolf. He was last seen on the ocean alongside Bruno Mannheim's bald, charred ashes. It might be just me, but this podcast episode had me dying of laughter, especially due to how Brian utterly despised the episode after people hyped it up last week. Perfect setup and payoff to a joke. Chef's kiss, 5 stars. Brian shouldn't be worried about angering certain fans if he doesn't vibe with an episode. The whole point of the podcast is to introduce him to these shows and get his unique perspective on them. Some people can be too precious with the media they grew up watching, including myself. It's time to take a step back and respect differing opinions, which won't be a problem because the majority of this community are rational and yoppy dudes. Now, if Brian doesn't like the next 200 episodes, I'm going to shit my pants and throw a temper tantrum.
200? 200? Yeah. I got to be...
Yeah.
Okay.
But after that, it's whatever.
I'm going to do this for your pants. 201, I'm going to be hating again.
Yeah, exactly. Keep track of that, Fiacre Horgan. 201 episodes from today. Let's figure out if Brian didn't like the episode. I'm looking forward to next week, no matter what quality of DCAU episode we get. Very nice. Well said. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Super Beetle, what's up, Jiminy and Brienne?
Hi.
It's always pleasantly surprising to hear a take as bold as last week's S-Test disappointment. Anyway, Joker's Millions, or obvious Paul Dini cameo Harley would have rocked Joker's world. Watching he was wanted to be there. Watching this one recently within earshot of my family led to my dad, a super Friends enjoyer who knows very little of the DCAU, to say, "Is that Janice?" I checked, and yes, it was. Good instincts, Dad. Anyway,
well
tangents aside, never stop Brian from trash talking an episode and stay yapping cool. I won't. Euphonium Star Damage Reports for Apocalypse number 2. The Earth's crust, demon statue, Orion's call device, top of building, Lois's car, 2 other cars, fountain, truck, building wall, Steppenwolf's arrow cycle. They don't call it that, but it's the most similar thing from the comics I could find. Ocean floor, probably quite a few fish. Superman's suit and cape. He's drilling through fish. Superman is there. Oh, God. Superman's suit and cape. Lots of buildings and cars. I tried to count them all, but had to give up. 3 parademons, more buildings and cars. Superman's restraint device, street, Dan Turpin, Darkseid's tank. Thank you so much.
Perfection.
Oh boy. Banana Man says, okay.
Okay.
We have to celebrate that now.
Yeah, we do.
The Watchtower database says, hey, all you smart and discerning listeners who love Apocalypse Now, I just wanted to let you know that these hosts hated this episode, and that means they hate you too. Personally, I love this episode, and I haven't even seen it yet. That's how great of an episode it is. Maybe you folks should ditch these zeros and get with the heroes over at your friendly neighborhood Yoppie Tower. This comment has way too many likes.
Yoppie Tower, how'd you manage to get out of that car stranded in the middle of
if there's been an update since that, we haven't viewed it.
Somebody took over the podcast or something?
Oh, that's true.
I try not to pay attention.
I'm so sorry. We love you, Scrudge. I had 2 unrelated thoughts this week. 1, there's a new show on Apple TV right now called The Completely Made Up Adventures of Dick Turpin, which is maybe why Brian was getting the name confused.
And it's featuring Noel Fielding.
Oh.
Maybe that is why. I've been wanting to watch it, but it's only on Apple TV, and fuck that. So
yeah, I don't know that either.
Oh my God, is that what my brain has done?
Who knows? There's no way to tell. 2, it occurred to me that Brian had probably never heard the Disco Batman theme from the original 2008 Lego Batman video game, and I just feel like that's something he should hear. Disco Batman theme Lego. Okay, I'll do this. All right, that's quite enough. I do kind of like
that whole raising an octave thing was pretty ballsy.
Oh yeah, they really were creative there when they did that.
I just got the in the background. They're like, "What do we do now? Batman theme."
Yeah, I guess so. What else is there? Yeah. Dylan had left a comment, and I don't normally read from people, but I liked it so much. If you had asked me if this episode would have had a bunch of Princess Bride references, I would have said inconceivable. Thanks, Dylan. Nice, James Anderson fell off the pod like 17 episodes in and just caught up in time to listen to them as they come out now. Just want to say, often these rewatch pods are very uninformed. Even when they're hosted by cast and crew. But James is such a wealth of DCAU knowledge, this one stands above. Rambling now, but good stuff, lads. Thank you. That's very nice to say. I pat myself on the butt.
I do that too. Yourself, that is.
Yeah, you pat me. Lanola Cola. In hindsight, Darkseid comes off as a petty coward for going after an exhausted Superman and killing Turpin as a last-minute fuck you to Superman. For Dan Turpin, may his memory be a blessing. Had to learn proper Jewish honorific for the dead and not use rest in peace, as that is a Christian phrase. Interesting.
Oh.
P.S. If this can be imparted to Brian, I appreciate that he experienced the episode before forming and expressing his thoughts for this episode. There have been worse people who didn't even see a piece of media, but despite their uninformedness, pretend like they're a valid voice of criticism. We, the listeners, are interested in the fresh-eyed exposure to the DCAU and how you two and the occasional guest star play off each other in the post-episode discussion. The discussion for this episode will remind us to temper our hyping of future characters, episodes, shows, and movies. Yeah, it fucking better. No, thank you.
Well, great. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly don't have an informed opinion. My opinions are worthless.
It's informed 100% more by watching the episode. And last verse, we got Mark Aquino. Joker's millions, or no money, all problems, or even supervillains get affected by inflation, or now we got a new reason to hate the rich. Bizarro Mark, Scarface, where are you guys? Looks down on tabletop. Hey, what's this? A letter? Looks like it was written in crayon and hard to decipher, but I'll give it a fair shake. Mark, if you am reading this, it mean me and Scarface no there anymore. We finally settled differences, and after much toing and froing, we am in love. We realize we am what each other need in lives, and big ol' whooshed down to Vegas to get married. It all very sudden, yes, but in these past 4 weeks after loss of Dan Turpin came most beautiful unexpected gift. Let this be a lesson to everyone in Yoppie community of ours. Me and Scarface am proof that love sometime come from most out of blue places, and we am all deserving of it. Sorry if this cut too much into comment for Joker's millions, but let James know that me am sorry for letting you accidentally spoil things. Me should have knocked phone out of hands. Deuces, Bizarro Mark. Well, that was surprisingly wholesome. Kind of makes me not want to bother with talking about this episode. Mind you, Joker's Millions is one of my all-time favorites. Like, I fucking love this episode, so that's saying something. Oh, well. Boss Biggest Bear Hugs to the #1 podcast host in this here multiverse of ours, Junebug and Baby Bottle Pop. Praise to our Lord and Savior, Dylan Pollock. Keep up the great work on your own podcast. Remember to tell Gab that she rules. Likewise to all his loyal disciples, all the names. You're all the absolute best. Don't you ever forget that. Be honest, folks. Which kinds of comments would you want more of from me? Lore-heavy stuff like this, or actual discussion of the episode we watched? You make the call. Till next week's smoke bomb, that'll be blown out by a big old whoosh. That's because I just flew away, baby. Thanks.
I'd say go to the comment section for that, for sure.
That's true. Yeah, just people go there, reply to the comment. Tell him. I think I do like the Bizarro Mark little banter things, but I also do like hearing your input on the episode, perhaps more.
Dealer's choice.
And by dealer, we mean we're done with the mail section.
Oh.
See how clever I am? I'm just like that guy that wrote that song that you played.
God, man, you're so good.
Brian, give us a cool phrase to go out on.
I tied my shoes this morning, which sometimes I don't do.
Now we're back. What's going on? Catwoman? You said Catwoman? No.
Fuck!
Look, we have one more episode until our next movie, Brian.
I don't care.
Okay, the next episode is called
Catwoman.
No.
Catwoman.
No. It's called
Catwoman.
No. It's called
Catwoman.
No. It's called Growing Pains. What do you think?
Catgirl.
No. Catwoman's protege. Our new Catwoman sidekicks it. Girl.
I'm good.
Growing
Okay.
pains.
Okay. So the fast and loose is that it's about Tim Drake
Correct.
hooking up with Catwoman.
No.
Damn it.
Even way too old for him. Yeah. Too old for Nightwing. Nah, way. What's he doing? What's
Catwoman?
No, what's he doing? Catwoman. Yeah, thank you. What's happening? What does he do? Who's the villain?
He's gonna try to go solo because he's like, I'm ready for this.
Okay.
And let's see, who would be a good bad guy for him to
He
team
puts
up
on those
against?
stilts that other Robin put on. He's growing.
Is it?
And it's
is
painful.
It a Yo, man, I got some serious growing pains.
When?
Literally until my early 20s.
Oh, I thought you meant like yesterday or something.
No.
That was so long ago.
Like maybe even like mid 20s. Like I'd just get like shin aches.
Yeah,
you know?
no,
I'd just
I
be
remember
like,
them in
"Oh
high
my
school
God."
for sure. Yeah.
Shit sucked.
Yeah. I'd have to
Yeah.
just like put my feet up on pillows when I go to bed. It's a
Really?
whole rigmarole. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is rigmarole offensive?
God,
I don't
hope
think so. Anyway,
It really better
growing
be.
pains.
So I'm trying to think of who would be a good bad guy for him to be up against.
Someone tall.
I could see it making sense for a character like Two-Face, who has like a weird amount of humanity, and so you could like kind of like walk him into
Half
this
of
like
humanity. He has exactly 0.5 humanity.
I think. Ooh, growing could be like a double entendre sort of thing, and it could be poison ivy.
Oh, like plants. Yes, that's what I knew. Catwoman.
I don't know who the bad guy is. Is it obvious?
No, it's not. But
Is it somebody that we know?
Yeah. You may or may not have said them already. I'm not going to tell you.
Oh,
I don't know.
Okay.
That's the episode.
Wow.
So, and I don't say that. I'm used to, I think the last time we were in person, besides the live podcast, I was still saying everything at the end of it.
Yeah.
It's a different world when we're in the same room. Like I burp a lot more when I'm here. I don't know what it is.
I just try to load you up with gaseous foods before. Like, you want some pan dulce? Come here.
Would you like some Topo Chico?
Topo Chico? We did not have, we didn't buy Topo Chico. We bought a lot of beer.
We did. And we're going to drink it right now.
What time is it?
12:53 p.m.
Hell yeah.
This recording. Should probably not do another podcast episode today.
Probably not.
That's fine. I'll text Rob.
Okay.
I'll leave this in the podcast.
Okay.
Okay.
And then you play a sound and it goes a little something like this.
Hit it.
I'm singing a different song in my head than you are.
Yeah, I was singing That's How I Beat Shaq by Aaron Carter. We'll see you next time on the pod.
Wait.
For growing pains.
Hold on.
What are you trying to
How do I?
What are you doing?
How do I?
Do I mute you?
Yeah, mute me.
What are you doing? Why?
Unmute me. Thank you. Max, you got anything to say? Thank you.
It's like the Scooby-Doo licking ice cream off his face at the end of the intro.
Were you able to hear his cute sniffs?
Yeah, I could hear him.
Okay, good.
You know, whenever I look at Max and DVD and Blu-ray and us, I just can't help but thinking someone's missing.
Kiba!
Kimmy!
Wait, hold on. Can we call Kiba? Can we have him on the podcast?
Yeah.
Bubba, Kiba.
All right, everybody. Goodbye. See you later. Have a great weekend.
We're coming back with Catwoman.
No. Oh, it's blasted out so much. Why? Stop.
Honest, they told me it was an equity gig.
Okay, get him out of here.
After all, it's only money. So I'll let the taxpayers foot my bill again. Besides, it'll be nice to see the old gang.
One of them's dying to see you too, Puddin'.
Harley?
The one and only.
You don't know how happy I am to see you.
Welcome to the club.
Now, baby, I can explain. No!
Jump on the Bat-Wagon is hosted by the Watchtower database. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for DC Animated Universe videos on a regular basis. This podcast is edited and produced by yours truly, James Strecker. Musical themes by Kimmy, Cooney Phoenix, Viltsu, Eric LeBeau, Jordan Blumen, my mother, and of course, my smooth co-host, Brian, brother Broderick Meneely. To buy us a Yoppie beverage and hear your name read in a future episode, or to nab yourself a Yoppie Dude t-shirt, please visit the links in today's show notes. Thank you for supporting the show. You can hear more on today's DCAU episode by checking out our friends over on the DCAU Review and Timm Talk podcasts. Please leave us a 5-star review on your app of choice. You'll damn well hear it read on the show. If you'd like to reach out to us like the fire hand at the end of World's Finest Part 3, you can email batwagonpod@gmail.com or leave a comment on the Podtower. New episodes of Jump on the Bat-Wagon are released Fridays on all your favorite podcast feeds and watchtowerdatabase.com. And we'll see you next episode, same PP time, same poo-poo channel.